Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we've returned for Snowpiercer Season 4, Episode 4 titled North Star. We open with a flashback from the tale of the train with Josie and Leighton, seemingly during the war in the tale, which we heard about in earlier episodes. Talking about, you guessed it, the North Star. So our group on Big Alice are obviously gunning it for Snowpiercer, again Leighton out of sorts, only thinking about his kid, wanting to get on the train, take the baby, and hopscotch out of there, ignoring the rest of the people. Josie then talks about the North Star and about how some people may have lost their way, obviously talking about Leighton indirectly. You know, he's a leader, these people look up to him, and yet he isn't acting like it. I feel as though he feels betrayed by Snowpiercer that these people didn't come with him and instead stuck with Melanie. A sort of them and us mentality. I did really like this opening, especially after Leighton's attitude last episode. Anyway, all is going well and Big Alice is approaching Snowpiercer with an army ready to take the tail. However, the Admiral contacts Leighton, offering him a parley instead of a war, with Leighton accepting, only as a distraction while he and Josie jump onto the train. The conditions at New Eden are also worsening and the weather is disrupting their power supply, obviously causing some dismay among them. Roach sort of grabs the bull by the horns and steps up as a leader. I actually really like Roach, and I think he's had quite an interesting story over the last few seasons, from alcoholic to now pretty much leader. Also, what the Admiral said last episode is sort of coming true. Nima has grown a backbone, and is starting to question the Admiral and his decision making. Nima will definitely die this season, and also I love Clark Gregg, he's actually terrifying as a villain. And yes, I sound like a parrot saying that every episode, but it's true. Also, Till's favourite movie is actually RoboCop, which, yeah, that definitely fits her. This has no impact on the story whatsoever, too. I just thought I should tell you. We learn this episode that the Admiral is an amazing guy and has separated the children from the adults in order to prevent a revolt, which is awful. There's also been some real Dr. Frankenstein stuff going on with the Admiral's men. Best guess these were some of the first attempts to make cold-resistant men, with Dr. Hedward clearly having more success than Nima. Nima and Leighton then end up together because of plot conveniences, I suppose, and Nima offers Leighton help to find his child, or at least seemingly, but then Nima betrays him for some reason. This was a bit confusing, all things considered. I thought we were leading into sort of a betrayal arc there, but apparently not. Nima does also mention to Leighton, though, that they've been creating warm pockets by firing off rockets, and Leighton replies very aptly with, "That's some mad scientist shit." Yep, can't really argue with that one. This was also a weird one. The Admiral offered to give Liana back in return for Big Alice. I mean, he could be lying, but maybe they actually just want Big Alice. Roach also gets lost in a snowstorm at the end of the episode. This was pretty much like the final battle in Game of Thrones because I couldn't see anything. Anyway, this wasn't too bad of an episode. It was definitely better than the previous one. I'm now much more curious what the goal of the Admiral is, especially if kidnapping Liana was only to get Big Alice, but as for Nima, I have no clue what's going on there. Is he on our side? Is he not? Also, it may be just me, but for some reason I feel like Melanie will be one of the big bads this season. It's possible that she just had some conflicts in her schedule or something, and that's why she's been lightly written out of this season so far. But I feel like that would be an interesting reveal, and I feel like she's always been quite morally grey, and she would put the mission before the train. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me about what you thought about this episode in the comments below. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.